Hi, it's Tom Strasser with Spiritual Engineering. I wanted to share something with you today about fear. There's a lot of fear out there right now. Fear, you know what that is? False evidence appearing real. Flee everything and run. Future events are not reality. Fear. It's fear gets starts in our mind and gets in here and totally upsets us, makes us anxious, worry, stress, brings all these different reactions and emotional upsets, causes discontent. But what I want to talk to you about, I'm an engineer and I work spiritual engineering, but a way to find solutions to things like this that actually work. Very practical and straightforward solutions that actually produce results. So I want to talk to you about fear today, and we're going to have a few of these that we're going to cover some different things like worry and stress and things like that, different aspects of fear. But I want you to realize all these things, worry, stress, anxiety, fear, all happen right here in this mind, in this magic, magnifying, marvelous mind that we have sitting right here in our head. This is where the fear is. We have the fear here, and then we feel it down through here. We get our stomach upset, our chest gets tight, we can't sleep. We have a lot of different physical and emotional reactions, but the fear starts and exacerbates right here, builds. So we have to learn if we want to control our fear or just erase our fear and melt our fears, we have to learn how to control this thing we've got here between our ears. Not easy, but it can be done. I guarantee we can learn to control our mind, how we think. And one of the things that we learn is that we have an inner spiritual power. And it's okay if you don't believe in this. I just want you to bear with me for a few minutes because I'm not going to try to convince you of anything. I just want to share with you, and you may want to do an experiment. We approach this from a scientific perspective. We're going to have some experiments and we're going to have some studies and we're going to look at results, very results. But this idea of an inner spiritual power, an inner energy that sits here within us somehow, sits here within us. Nothing new. It's been around for a long time. I want to just quote one page from a book. One of the books, one of my books is this Totally Within. This is a daily meditation book, but I want to go back to one page in that book, and that is that every person, each of us, has an indwelling divine presence that offers guidance, power, and security. Every person has this. Now, what we've been told by Buddha 2,600 years ago, everyone has a Buddha within. We all have this wonderful Buddha within us, this feeling of peace, serenity, how to find it. Then they asked Jesus, they said, okay, you're talking about this kingdom of heaven. Where is this kingdom? Where is it? He said, you're going to look here, you're going to look there. But the kingdom of heaven is within. Think about that statement. The kingdom of heaven is within. Within each person, we all have this wonderful peace within us. We just let the world upset us where we can't find it. And that's what we're going to talk about. Now, another one from the Upanishads says that when a man sees that the God in himself is the same God that is in all things, and he's truly on the highest path. From the Upanishads. Different religions, Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, all believe that we have this. It's just been kind of hidden out there in all the writings and all the teachings. But you've got this indwelling presence. And then the recovery program, starting with Alcoholics Anonymous, they said that, okay, everybody needs to find this higher power. This higher power, you got to find this relationship with this higher power. We call it God or call it whatever we want. But then not only told us we had to do that, they told us where the power was. They said, we have to find this power that can shift us, can change us, transform us, break these chains of addiction, snap these bonds to alcoholism. How we find this power, where is it? Well, they wrote a chapter to the agnostics in that book. In that chapter, it said, we found the great reality deep down within. In the last analysis, it's only there that he may be found. And there was still some confusion about where this was and what the spiritual experience was that could lead to this wonderful transformation. So they brought out the second edition. They put a part in the back, an addendum called Spiritual Experience to help explain this. Very important here, because they said the people who had had this spiritual experience, this transformation, and I quote, they had tapped an unsuspected inner resource which they presently come to identify with their own conception of a power greater than themselves. an unsuspected inner resource, this wonderful divine presence within. And I'd read that, and I see these different things, and okay, now, man, I'm an engineer, I'm a scientist. You want me to believe that there's a power here inside of me that, yeah, come on, I'm not aware of this. I don't believe. And then I thought, you want me to believe in something that I can't touch or feel or see or quantify or put numbers on? I realized I already believed in these things. I believe in the wind. I believe in love. I mean, these are things I can't see, but I know they've got power. Then I realized that me as an engineer, I believe in electricity, right? You believe electricity is a power? Do you really believe that? If you don't, I challenge you. Just you know, take something like this lamp, unscrew the bulb, and stick your finger in and turn it on. It'll convince you there's electricity. There's a power there, real power there. So what do? Okay, we got this power. I don't have to believe in it. I don't have to understand how electricity is made back up at the power plant, how it comes down all these lines out here and gets in this wall and this little outlet behind back here. I don't have to understand that. If I have this light and I want the light to light and to open up and illuminate a dark room, all I have to do is plug this light in to that wall, that unseen power. It's back there, and turn the light on. That's all I have to do. I don't have to believe in any of this. I don't have to understand this. All this light bulb has to do to experience the transformation from a light bulb to a light is access the power. Access that power that's back here behind that wall. And that's what we're talking about here. Each one of you, every person has this wonderful power inside of them. We all have this. Guarantee it. Only 99% of the people never learn to tap in. They get so busy with the world, they get so busy with this, like this. Oh my God, it's all about me. I'm all powerful. I got to do that. We never learn that there's another power, an untapped inner reservoir inside of each of us. And that's what we're going to be talking about over the next few days. How to tap into this power, like this light, and let our minds be changed to where we can experience peace, where we can experience this transformation, how we can do that, and let our minds be able to find the peace and the harmony and the absolute serenity that we have inside of us, the kingdom of heaven within, the Buddha within, the great reality deep down within. However we want to see it, whatever we want to call it, we can call it God, we can call it what we want, but each one of us, it's part of our divine inheritance. We are children of God. We really are. And part of that being a child of a great creator is that we have an inheritance. We have a birthright to claim this power. And that's what we're going to talk about is how to do this, because this is the solution to fear. This is the solution to any fear that we can face. I'll share with you over the next few days some of the things that's happened in my life. I went blind in 1994. I lost my eyes and my corneas. The bacteria ate my corneas. And I was able to go through that and not worry and not be afraid. And lo and behold, my cornea is totally regenerated. Doctors said it was a miracle. They couldn't do it. But they said it was my attitude that did it because I was never afraid and everything. And I was blind. And that's the power of this power. It can shift our mind and bring us peace no matter what we're facing. So no matter what's out there today, we have a lot of things going on in the world. We have a lot of turmoil. It's all about us. We have this outside life that's out there in the world and everything, but how to have this inner life, this piece of the inner life. And it can be done, I guarantee it. And you don't have to buy anything. You don't even have to believe anything. You don't have to believe in any of this. All you got to do is be willing to do a few experiments and see if you can tap into your power, how it can change your life. One of the things I want to leave you with today is how just learning to breathe, learning to back up and take a deep breath every now and then. I want to share with you a breathing technique. I want you to take a deep breath. Hold it for a few seconds and exhale very slowly. Peace, harmony. Relax, relax. Take another deep breath. Breathe in. Exhale very slowly. Peace, harmony. Relax, relax. We're going to learn this breathing technique and a few other things that lead into some meditation. But we're going to learn that even just this breathing by itself can help us slow our body down, slow our breathing down, slow our mind down. And when we can find that slowness, that peace, we can start to find and access that door into the peace, the kingdom of heaven within. We can start to find that. So I want to leave you with the idea that most of you have a phone, right? An iPhone, something like this. We got to realize that these things, these are tools. They can be used. I set 5 alarms on my phone 5 times during the day, just for the alarm to go off. Nobody needs to know what it is. Nobody needs to know what I'm doing, but just that alarm goes off, back up and take a breath. Take 3 or 4 breaths and learn to find your peace. Find your peace, and you can start to experience this wonderful transformation. This is a transformation so that this mind can be controlled and directed and empowered to give you the best life possible, no matter what's happening out there. You don't have to worry. You do not have to live in fear. You do not have to suffer anxiety. None of that. Misery is optional, and we're going to find out how to do it. Namaste. Have a great day.